Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Strange Skull 831. As you can see, we have a buddy with us. Say hello, this is Cujo. He's been in my videos before. And yes, my critters are spoiled enough that they have their own place on my desk. So today, as you can probably tell by the title, we are not painting, we are not drawing, and we are not coloring with ballpoint pens. Today we are talking about bullet journals, what they are, and how to make them. So I'm going to give Kudo a little snack, so hopefully he doesn't cause any trouble, and then we're going to get into it. So the first question that anyone asks is, what are bullet journals? I apologize, I can't talk today. So a bullet journal is basically a customized journal used for note-taking and keeping track of multiple things. Really, honestly guys, it's whatever you want it to be. A lot of bullet journals have pages similar to this. This, let me switch my camera over to my other hand, is a day planner. This was bought at Kohl's, which is a bookstore, and this is the day planner that I use for work. So it has monthly spreads like this, and then weekly spreads also. A lot of day planners implement pages like this, and they can be transferred over to bullet journaling as well. What this day planner doesn't have is daily pages. We're going to get into that a bit more later. But for now, we don't need that. Today we're looking at this. This is the bullet journal that I fell down a rabbit hole with. I saw this idea on the internet and I thought that I was gonna try it. I was inspired actually by Chloe Rosart's video on bullet journaling. I decided I wanted to do bullet journaling for a very similar reason she does, to track, oh, you used to need the blanket, 1 second. Sorry, brief intermission. There we go. As I was saying, I decided to do a bullet journal mainly to track my YouTube and my art stuff, pretty much anything online. So, how do you start one of these lovely, lovely things? This was my first step. That's a lie. My first step was going on the internet and figuring out how the hell I wanted to do this. My first official step was doing this. I wrote down absolutely everything that came to mind when I wanted to make this. Don't mind the random scribbles of that. But this was a nice starting point for me. It had everything down on paper so I could see it and then work from there. So your first step is getting an idea of how you want to start, what you want to add. And then you also want to have your materials, in this case, a notebook, and at least a pen. Literally bare necessities, or a pencil. Probably an eraser. But it can be just this simple. Bullet journaling, if you look on Pinterest, looks super fancy and the pages are beautiful. And yes, some of my pages are nice and vibrant and filled in and colored and all of that. But some of them are not. The nice thing about bullet journals is they're a work in progress. You can have super nice pages like these. This is all hand-drawn by me. But they can be super basic as just a book of lists and columns and everything. So your first step is to get your materials and have an idea where you want to start. Second step, I alluded to this previously, but is to get inspired. Honestly, my first step for anything art related is Pinterest and YouTube. And there's tons of great videos, guys, probably better than the video you're currently watching. But get inspired and decide what type of trackers you want to use. Now, these can be anything from health trackers. Sorry, I'm rescuing my bearded dragon again, because he's obsessed with trying to eat the blanket, apparently. So trackers can be anything between financial trackers to water trackers, that's what this is here, to tracking fast food or how much you spend on fast food. This tracker here actually is an inside joke with a friend of mine. She comes over a lot. So I decided to track just how many days in a month she comes over. Honestly, it's super simple. You can track things on a calendar like this as well, which is what I'm also doing. So this calendar is specifically for tracking when I'm filming, editing, and posting, and also for tracking my sad excuse for workouts. And as you can see here, I just use little short forms. So F is filming, E is editing, P is posting. That's going to get confused because I also use P for planks. But it's just for me, so it doesn't really matter. And then squats, etc., sit-ups, so on and so forth. This can be as complicated and complex or as simple as you want it to be, guys. Another great thing to do with bullet journals is add inspirational quotes, such as this. This was actually from the first bullet journal that I tried to do, and then I decided to restart. So it says, don't fast forward through life, do press pause and enjoy life, always rewind, remember the good times. So yeah, pick what you want to add to it. Trackers can also include financial trackers such as bills, things like that, work hours, homework, assignments, anything you need to keep track of. It's honestly, guys, that simple. And then step 3, figure out your layout. So how I did that was I took a look at my brain dump page here. I knew YouTube was a big priority for me, same with Facebook. And then I added Patreon as well, Skillshare tracking. I didn't do meal planning. I showed you the water tracking, the exercise. Coffee was in there too, I didn't talk about it. But then you pick what you want and how you want it laid out. So in my case, pardon me, I started with the stuff that I'm tracking over a year. So this is my page for YouTube. This is a yearly spread of video versus subscriber count. So there's a little box in each of these little film for each month, where at the end of the month I'll just write down how many videos I posted and how many subscribers I have. I have a wish list here that's related to YouTube. And then stay consistent is actually going to be my posting schedule that I'll be talking about in the future, so stay tuned for that. This page is not complete. Honestly, I may just leave it as simple and basic as this. In pencil here, actually, you can see I wrote get done. I love this. It's actually on the back of my phone case. Keeps me inspired. So then this is one of the pages that I did do full out. These are actually taped on from the original bullet journal that I did do, but then the background I just drew. And then these are also yearly trackers for Facebook and Instagram, and they're just posts and followers that I can jot down each month. I like things super bright and vibrant, which is why I'm trying to make all the pages that way. So here we have some blank pages here. This is designated for Patreon. This is also going to be yearly tracking. I do have the Patreon account, I just haven't set it up yet. which is why I haven't filled this page out yet, because I don't know what I want to track or how I want to do it. And then this is probably going to be for my 2 projects, tracking how the progress is going on those. I'm just trying to find a creative way that I want to set that up. And then this is going to be a pretty basic page. It's just going to be a list format of the Skillshare courses that I watched throughout the year. And that's the end of the yearly tracking. So then I want to do the monthly tracking from here. I won't be doing daily pages because I don't see any need for them, because this is specifically to YouTube and online and art. But I do have daily tracking in my work agenda, and that's where I find it more useful. So I just have the trackers at a glance that I did use for January, as you can see. Again, fast food, water, coffee, my friend tracker, filming, editing, posting, exercise, and a mood tracker. So I started off with a nice calendar view, super simple. This is just for the filming, editing, posting, and again the exercise, but I talked about that. And then my trackers, these are all monthly trackers. This is the coffee tracker that I talked about. It's not done yet, as you can see, and I'll probably put more work into these pages throughout the month. And then as you can see, I'm doing really bad on fast food, but we'll get there. And then the one I didn't show you actually was a mood tracker. Mood trackers are actually super common in bullet journals from what I've seen. The whole concept is you just use colors to indicate your mood or the type of day you had, and then you can review it throughout the year. I don't know if I'll do this every month, but I wanted to give it a shot. Personally, I find it a tad bit intimidating to track my mood, but we'll see how that goes. And then from here, I have the freedom to add whatever I want. I highly suggest that you do bullet journals 1 month at a time, or if you are doing the weekly spreads, 1 week at a time. That way you're not doing a bunch of work in advance, because starting is time consuming as it is, but also, more importantly, you can change things up as you want. Say, let's flip back here. Say in February, I'm getting way too sad about how much fast food that I'm eating in a month, and I don't want to track it anymore. I just don't have to continue that tracker next month. Say I want to add certain trackers. Sorry guys, I'm losing light, but we're almost done here. I can add that, which is why the rest of the journal is blank. I love how fluid and flexible and creative this can be, but I also love just how simple it can be also. So in my next video, guys, I'm going to go in detail about different types of layouts, different types of trackers, talking about themes, what you can add, tips and tricks, things like that. So keep an eye out for that. And if you bullet journal, let me know what you use down below, what trackers you enjoy, where you get inspiration from, anything like that. I'd love to hear about it, guys. And remember, give me a thumbs up so I know that you like this content, and if you want to see more, I'll keep that in mind also. And until then, guys, always remember, stay strange. Bye.